Yo, homies. I know you don't remember me. It's been a long time. I apologize. It's been a couple months since I posted a video because life has been busy and I just did not make the time. I don't like to say, I didn't have time. There's lots of hours in the day, but I didn't make the time to come back and I apologize. But I'm back and I'm going to be posting more regularly and I'll tell you how in another upcoming video. But I wanted to go over a couple things that have been happening in the busyness of life and some of the sewing things and baking things that have been happening during that time. So first of all, my oldest son graduated from high school. Very busy time. So there was prom, there was a senior farewell, there was graduation, prom. I did not realize, I thought when I had boy children, because I have two sons, that life would be a little simpler. There wouldn't be hair to do. There wouldn't be a big thing about shopping and what you wear. Lies. All lies. At least at my house. Just not that. They all have a huge amount of hair that then sometimes needs to be detangled. They need help with. They want hair appointments. They need barbershop appointments. So 2 appointments, not just one. They want it braided. They want it blown out. They want to wear it curly. All these things. So we had hair things for prom. Then there was picking out the outfit for prom. My oldest son has his own fashion thing and very particular about what it is. There were certain shoes he had to wear, certain colors he wanted to wear to match his prom date, and all that. We went to literally at least 6 stores for shoes. And a couple of the stores more than one, and I think one thrice. It was a bit crazy, but I was very patient. I understand it was a big life event for him, probably for all of us. So I wanted him to be happy with what he was wearing, you know. And I think he was in the end. They looked fabulous. We also had the prom send off at my house. So that meant I had to clean my house for not only our friends and family company, but the prom date friends and family company. And then there was food to be fixed here. It was a whole thing. The car was also a big deal. So if I had his approval, I'll see if I can post any pics. But don't hold your breath. So then there was prom. Then there was a senior farewell, which was pretty low key, but it was a nice event they had at the school where they did, like most likely to succeed, most fashionable. They had all these awards and a little ceremony for the kids. It was nice. And then we had graduation. I was prepared to cry the entire time, and I was completely okay with that. But I held up pretty nicely. My son was the class treasurer, so he spoke at the graduation. He sat on the stage, which was nice and probably nice for him. Good times, but just busy, busy, busy. Also in May, both my sons have birthdays, one at the end of the month, one at the beginning of the month, along with the prom and the farewell all that month. So just busy, busy, busy trying to celebrate both kids in many ways. But of course, I've loved it, although exhausted. My youngest son is doing baseball. He went straight from basketball to baseball. I am not an outdoor sports girly. I enjoy them, but baseball in April and May was freezing. Literally. Blankets, sweatshirts, coats. Last season it rained a lot. This year we didn't have any rain outs. We had a game the day after the rain and the fields were flooded. Maybe 2 games like that. But freezing cold. It just got warm. Maybe and now we're in the playoffs, so that'll be ending soon, and then it'll be time for summer camp. But so busy with baseball. We also went to an Orioles game, professional MLB baseball, which I love a live professional sporting event. The songs they sing, the concessions, it's great. The fandom, people screaming and hollering and acting all crazy. I enjoyed the people watching the game, everything. And it was a beautiful day. My dad went with me, my husband, and my youngest son. We had a great time. And his baseball team was there. It was like the youth sports day. It had to be over 3,000 children there. They did a parade around the field. It was very nice. And that was a day where it started out cool. So I wore my baseball mom sweatshirt, which I embroidered. So that is something that I did while I've been on a bit of a hiatus. It is not a good embroidery job, but no one knows that except for me. So I'm still new to embroidery and I made a lot of mistakes. And if you look very closely, you can tell, but no one other than me is looking that closely. But I'll make another one next year. Like this one, I don't think it's going to take too many washes. I don't think it's going to wear well. So, and it's white. So, it's white. Like, luckily by the time I ate, it had warmed up. And so I had taken the sweatshirt off because it's white. That's all I can say. I don't wear a lot of white because it's messy. Even if you don't drop food on yourself, just anything that happens to you, like if dust blows or something, I feel like it's going to be on there. So, but I did wear that. And we had a great day at the ballpark. I have a little cheat sheet here because there was a lot that happened. Um, so I had to get my sewing machine repaired. Technically, I have three sewing machines, a serger and an embroidery machine. My main sewing machine is a Brother CS6009. It's very popular and it works great, but it was acting a little clunky. And so I put it in the shop. And I also have like a 1978 Kenmore something or other. It's heavy duty. It's like all metal, heavy. It comes in like a piece of furniture and like lifts up out of there. And so that always has been wonky. And I knew that needed some TLC because it wasn't sold on for decades. So I put both of them in the shop. It took forever. The last time I had my sewing machine repaired a few years ago, I didn't feel like either I wasn't sewing as much, so the time that passed, I wasn't as phased by. But this time, I felt like I was going to break out in hives. It took, I think, 3 weeks and a day, maybe 4 weeks. It took a long time. It also was not cheap. My main machine was not that expensive to get repaired. It was like $125. I don't know if you're supposed to say that, but people should be telling the truth. And I'm sure it's different for different people in different regions and whatever their sewing machine repair person does. Now that other machine was like 200 and something to get repaired. So I was down and out, no sewing machines, which is when I embroidered the shirt. And did I embroider anything else? I don't know. I think I just fiddle faddled with some test things on my embroidery machine. No, like wearables or anything. I did do. I'll try and find a picture. I made a zipper pouch on my backup machine that I don't enjoy sewing with. It's also a brother. It's older, but it's very manual. No, the thing that I don't like the most, maybe that's how you're supposed to say it, is the needle doesn't automatically stay down in your garment when you take your foot off the presser foot. Hate it. It's dreadful. And I can never time it right. Very rarely. So that is a pain in the butt. It also doesn't have any other features. It has a few stitches on it, so that's nice. And it works okay. It's not as smooth of a sew as my main machine. And I do want to do more with the Kenmore. But right now, the Kenmore is also my ironing station. So that piece of furniture, I have another piece of wood and ironing pads on top of it, and that's where I iron, press and iron all of my sew as I go. So it's not in the most usable space right now. But I'm hoping later in the year I will redo my sewing room and that won't be an issue anymore, but we'll see. But I do need to figure out a way to use that machine more because it's a thumper. I mean, it is strong. No, what I'm gonna do with that. But I would probably have the same issue with that one. I don't think the needle is gonna stay down when I lift my foot off the presser foot. So it's gonna take a lot of practice because you skip stitches a lot when that happens. Things can easily move because nothing is holding mean, your presser foot is holding, I should be saying foot pedal, and I'm saying presser foot. Your presser foot is holding the fabric, but I mean, the needle is like stabbing it in there, and it's definitely not moving. So it's not as secure. So anyway, the sewing machine repair was a big thing. I also did some baking. There was Easter. I did hot cross buns with my sourdough starter. They weren't great. And I don't know that I like hot cross buns enough to try them next Easter. But I don't think it was the recipe. I think it was user error. I think my sourdough starter, maybe something fermented too long, fell too long. I'm still working that out. Um, but they were just okay. And I believe I used craisins instead of raisins because my family doesn't love raisins. Um, so I have also not done a lot of baking because we've been busy. So we've been doing meal kits, HelloFresh, Home Chef, and my family likes them. They're not the most affordable way to feed your family, but it makes it so you don't have to think about it, which I'm all about that these days. But some things are slowing down a little bit, and so we'll get back into our normal routine. And I still have all those recipes. I probably have, I don't know, 30 recipes from over the last few weeks because I was getting 2 a week of where we can remake some of those because we all really enjoyed them. But that's it. So that's kind of what's been going on. I am glad to be back. I'm excited. And I'm going to do an upcoming video, 2 upcoming videos on pattern hauls. The patterns I bought while I was away. I haven't made much. That's not true. I made a couple things. And I'll pop up what I wore to graduation. I made. Very excited about that. And maybe I should tell you guys a little bit more about that in some kind of way. I don't have a lot of footage, so I'm not sure how I'll do that, but I'll figure it out. No, Me Made Made was kind of a flop. Did I wear some Me Made clothes? Yes, but I wanted my goal during Me Made Made was just to sew every day. That lasted for maybe 10 days, and then I was out. But because I was just so busy, I just couldn't do it in May. It was just too much going on. But I did wear some of my makes, and I did sew a little bit. And yeah, that's it. And so I'll be back with the pattern haul. I'm going to do one for the indie patterns. I'm going to do one for the big five because there's a big sale that happened on their PDF patterns, and I bought quite a few. And hopefully I'll get around to sewing at least some of them this summer. But I have some other things I want to sew first. We'll see how it all comes out in the wash. But thanks, guys, for being patient, for coming back, checking out this video, and I will see you very soon. Promise. Bye.